President Kennedy was shot today. An hour later, my family was murdered. I have nothing left, no future to live for. Those who shook my hands and swore on the Constitution to defend our country betrayed us all. 23 years in the CIA, and this is where I end up. What kind of man fails to protect his wife and son? I'm so sorry, Sean. And you, Barbara? There's no sense in asking for forgiveness. There's no sense in imagining what I could have done differently.
Not so long ago I was asked about how this story began. And I remembered not the Caribbean crisis, not the hydrogen bomb, not even the conference in Yalta that divided the world in two. Everything started much earlier for me. In 1943, I received a mission from HQ. I had to infiltrate the Berganas fortress in Norway, where the Nazis were working on a drug, a super soldier serum. I had to destroy the samples and eliminate the German doctor who was responsible for their creation. I first met Vincent Rambaldi there, in Bergen. That was where everything started.
Are you the American? The one everyone keeps talking about?
You're the Russian. The one no one talks about. I'm kidding. I was told the Russians were interested in Heinrich. Look, maybe we can work something out.
Looks like you're the only one who needs help here.
To hell with this. I have something you'll want. You just let me out of here.
Be more specific.
Documents. Heinrich was working on the serum. It's all in the folder. Formulas, reports of the tests they were working on.
Hurry up.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any cigarettes on you, would you?
Ask the Germans. You know how much they love tobacco.
nicht wieder vor.
There's the doctor. How much longer do I need to wait for this idiot?
Was soll denn das? Was soll denn das? Hä? Was ist das? In Ordnung? Scheiße, der ist tot. Hä? Oh. Huh?
Come on, I'm waiting for an explanation.
Herr Oberführer, I do not have an explanation.
But of course, you don't have an explanation. How it happened that someone killed Heinrich and my staff sergeant while the damn American was still in his cell? I'm sending all of you to the tribunal.
Herr Oberführer, could there be someone else working within the castle?
Really? Someone else working within the castle? At least someone here is working, you useless imbecile. Remove the body. Bring me the brandy.
Nick.
Comrade Major General, Colonel Strogov reporting.
That is Strogov. And as always, no need to stand on ceremony. Please sit. Do you remember the Bergen operation? You mentioned Vincent Rambaldi in your report. Was it your first meeting with him?
Yes, sir.
Here he is. How do you like him? What can you say about him?
Inconspicuous, smart, cautious.
Smart, cautious, but taken captive.
That is correct, Comrade Lieutenant. Do you always interrupt the Colonel?
My apologies, Colonel. Permission to speak, sir?
I'm listening.
How exactly would you describe your relationship with Rambaldi?
It's good.
Good?
We were soldiers, potential enemies. I saved him, he gave me intel. Our relationship is good.
And what happened after that?
Verdammt!
I'll be in a restaurant. Let me know if he calls.
Zutritt verboten. Hier dürfen Sie nicht hin.
Is the package with you? Yes. I will wait for you in the library in 10 minutes. Listen, I hope you correctly assess the risk. If anyone finds out I'm involved, your mission will go to pieces. The situation is secure. The Russians don't know anything. Neither do the Americans. Okay, we meet in the library.
Alas.
All right.
Huh? Zutritt verboten.
Sorry, can't let you through.
Somebody help me!
Huh?
Sorry, can't let you through.
dinner party we planned for? Yeah, it failed.
What happened at the dinner party?
Some uninvited guests from Russia showed up. They were also interested in the cake. We pulled one of them aside and... well, he told us the cake would be at a different party. And we believed him.
It was a ploy?
Yeah, to get us away from the dinner party. When we were away, his partner came and ruined everything.
He stole the cake for himself?
Yes. And the delivery man was also disposed of. Look, hurry up with the limo. The Russian guest is still here somewhere. He must not see me.
Vinny, you still there? The limo should be arriving soon.
The diplomat guards? No. They were German agents this whole time.
Get down.
And you let him go? For that kind of confession, Semyon, one would have gotten 10 years in the camps.
Well, in Austria, in 1944, we used...
That was an exception. We didn't have enough agents at the time. We had to turn to the Americans.
So HQ demanded I find Rambaldi again.
Yes. And judging by the report, you and he worked quite well together.
I almost killed you. Semyon, this is Special Agent Pearson.
Looks like we'll be working together. Semyon Strogov.
Over here. This long building, that's a fire department. The security's too heavy for such a place. And there's too many trucks in the building yard. Well, that means there's something else inside the building they had to make room for.
I see.
Exactly. We're not sure how many guards are inside. I think there's no less than 3 dozen.
Any escape routes?
No. There's one way in and one way out. And that building was never intended to be a secret military facility. Don't worry. If things go wrong, we'll cover you up from here. You'll probably survive. We have fake passports and civilian clothes on hand after the operation is over. We'll stay in the city for a few days and leave when things quiet down.
I'll see you then.
You know, I sure hope that panty waist of yours knows what he's doing. Well, that's why he's out there and we're in here. I don't know. It'd be easy to confuse him for a German officer, though, don't you think? I mean, if things get crazy out there, who knows? Bang! Enough. Watch where you're pointing that thing, Andrew. We're on the same side. And keep your politics out of this. Hey, relax. It's not even loaded.
Hier dürfen Sie nicht hin. Halt! Hier darf man nicht lang.
Oh weh.
Heil Hitler!
Herr Hitler!
Huh?
Heil Hitler!
Zum Glück. Huh?
Ik wil het niet doen. Ik wil het niet doen. Come on, come on. Where are you? Bingo.
Amazing. How you survived an operation like that, I do not know.
It was Rambaldi. If he hadn't showed up...
You are too modest, Semyon.
Comrade Strogov, how would you describe Pearson?
Unprofessional and reckless. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see him aiming his gun at me. Just to get a kick out of it, I'm sure.
That's quite an accusation, Colonel.
I know what I saw, Lieutenant.
Some more tea?
Thank you. It's not necessary. You called me to talk about Rambaldi and some operations 2 decades ago? What's so interesting about these past events?
I'm not interested in past events, Semyon. Present. Do you know what became of Rambaldi after the war?
We have not kept in touch, unfortunately.
Your American colleague fared very well. He is now a high-ranking agent in the CIA. This morning, he contacted us directly and offered to participate in a joint secret operation. He also asked for you by name. For some reason, Semyon, he really trusts you.
And do we need this operation?
There are many in the government that don't believe so. In reality, it's because both of our countries have become hawks after what happened in Cuba. No one wants to show they actually prefer peace. What Rambaldi disclosed, though, involves an anti-government conspiracy. If it is ignored, it could lead to war.
What are my orders?
Semyon Alexievich, you will meet with Rambaldi in New York. He'll take it from there. This will be completely covert. We need to be able to deny your involvement should anything go wrong. Even HQ cannot know.
Of course.
Do you remember Alexander Alekhine?
I was just a boy when he became world chess champion, but I remember.
Chess. Appropriate, don't you agree? Agent Semyon Alekhine.
Indeed, General.
You leave in the morning. Lieutenant Pavlova will accompany you.
I don't need a babysitter.
Good. I don't need you slowing me down.
At ease.
Have a good time in the park, you two.
Thank you. I'm so sorry my husband is such a grouch. I'm sure the park will cheer him right up, though. Do you think we will have time to walk around the city? I've always wanted to explore New York. Well, after the mission, we'll have time to visit Central Park at least one more time. So beautiful, don't you think?
Do we always have to talk, Comrade Pavlova?
I'm enjoying myself. You know, like we are not about to step into a high-risk operation, which we know absolutely nothing about. It's called fitting in, being a proper spy. You should try it sometime.
A proper spy does not wear so much perfume. You make yourself obvious and put both of us at risk.
And put both of us at risk. It is you who is obvious. No matter what, you walk, talk, and dress like a Soviet soldier. Even this coat could pass as a uniform jacket. But thank you for noticing my perfume.
I don't have time for this. But perhaps after the mission, we can go see more of the city.
You haven't aged at all, Semyon. Good to see you again.
You too, Vincent.
And you are, Miss?
Comrade Lieutenant Vera Pavlova. Hello.
Well, welcome aboard. I won't waste your time. Let's get right to it. A lot of people in the War Department were unhappy with the peaceful settlement of the Cuban Missile Crisis. There were budget cuts, contract terminations, things like that in the aftermath. And not long after that, we got word of a plot involving officers from multiple agencies, including the CIA. These conspirators are aiming to bring the Cold War to a new level, set the world on fire, so to speak. Well, I got a team of people who can be trusted, but I need you on this, Semyon. You are the best operative I know. Besides, you're not CIA, so no one on the inside will have any leverage against you.
So what information do you have?
We have wiretaps on a few conspirators we have leads on. Well, their plan is to sabotage military installations and pass it off as a Soviet act. And the conspirators within the CIA won't risk doing a lot of the dirty work themselves. So they employ people from the outside.
Like who?
The Mafia. Strange choice, to be honest, but maybe it's just the tip of the iceberg, I don't know.
Most likely.
Tomorrow night, one of the conspirators will meet a man from the Mafia. His name is Paul Capello. We need documents that are in Capello's possession. Familiarize yourself with everything here. Eliminating these two will buy us some time. Consider the operation a go.
Hey, slow down, buddy.
Hold it. This is a restricted area.
okay?
Huh?
Hold it. No, this place is a secret room. You just can't walk in there. Hold it. It's a restricted area.
Huh?
You do not belong here.
Huh? Huh?
Agent Pearson?
Well, it's been a long time, Semyon. Let me introduce you to the rest of the group. Attention, everyone. I'd like everyone to meet the newest member of our team, Agent Semyon Alekhine. We go a long way back. Please welcome him. Over here. Now, these are our 4 researchers. And all of them have only recently joined the CIA, but they're reliable. Peggy, Wesley, Henry, and Ivan.
Ivan?
Don't worry, he's not a Russian spy. That's Thomas Nelson. He's an incredibly talented translator, and he also makes a great cup of coffee.
I'm the best there is.
At translating or making coffee?
Coffee, of course. Would you like a cup?
In a bit, Nelson, after we get some things out of the way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We're about to enter the active phase of our operation. We'll be acting boldly and quickly. Now, the research team will be analyzing the contents of that briefcase. Now, Shaw and Capello are minor players, but let's see if there's any chatter about them. Now, we know that the conspirators are working on several fronts simultaneously. If we're going to go after any of them, we're going to need to go after them all at once. Like the Hydra's heads.
Not quite like Hydra's heads, but I see your point.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, here's what you need to focus on next. Alejandro Vargas. He first came to the attention of the CIA in the late 50s. We put pressure on him before, and he was able to give us some minorly useful information. But now Vargas undoubtedly is playing a more significant role. Similar to Capello, he meets regularly with a known conspirator. The meetings are typically held at his biker club in Texas.
What's the plan?
Grab Vargas and bring him back here for interrogation.
You know I can interrogate him on site.
I don't doubt that for a second, my friend. But he's more valuable to us here. Besides, we don't want to make it too easy. And one more thing. There was a reporter looking into Vargas who has suddenly gone missing. He must have stumbled onto something. See if you can determine his whereabouts while there.
Whatever he had on Vargas ought to be useful to us. I'll see what I can do. But I'm not bringing him back here, too.
You're at the wrong club, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, man, whatever you say. I just want to know who
This is restricted area.
You don't mind, right? It's too bright for me. Now give me a second. I'm just filling out some of the necessary papers. When you start talking, there won't be any time for it.
What makes you think I'll talk?
Two of my colleagues already talked to you. But now it's time for a different conversation.
Oh, all right. Good cop, bad cop?
Now, we don't have time for good cop, bad cop, Alejandro. You'll just have to settle for my KGB friend over here. I believe you've already met. And when he's done with you, you can let your ligaments heal up in a federal prison. You see that? There's enough here to put you away for life. But it doesn't have to be that way, son. Good. I was curious to see what happens behind KGB doors.
I was only responsible for one thing. Recruiting. That's all I ever did, man.
How would you get orders or instructions?
Most of the time they were just written instructions. Dropped off for me in garbage bags, always in different places. Then I'd tell the recruits where to go for pickup. Always along a highway, marked by a standing soda bottle. I heard they were taken to training camps after that.
Where are these camps?
I don't even know where the recruits get picked up exactly. How am I supposed to know where they go after that? I mean...
He's telling the truth.
Undoubtedly. He's scared.
They all act so tough, but deep down they're just fearful little boys playing for.
You think that of me, Agent Pavlova?
Your contacts, do they have any names?
They're not stupid, man. Besides, even if I did, and I ratted on them, I'd take life in prison any day.
How many did you speak to? What do they sound like? Were they CIA?
I can't say any more, man.
That's enough for today. Did he say anything useful? Not really. Just some new things for us to look into. I'll interrogate him tomorrow. You always wait till tomorrow. Maybe the conspirators will postpone their plans till tomorrow, too. Stop joking. Or whatever. If we're just gonna sit here all night, then I'm gonna go make some coffee. Well, too bad Tommy isn't here. Well, what about you, Semi?
No, I'm getting rest. Tomorrow we strike them again, regardless of how things go with Vargas.
In every incident we've dealt with so far that has any connection to the Mafia, these two names keep popping up. Mob boss Marco Cataldo and his right-hand man, Domenico Margaretti.
I took a look at Wesley's report on Capello's documents. It looks like the Mafia is playing a crucial role in this conspiracy.
Now, taking these two out will be huge.
What's this?
Oh, sorry. I don't know how... Well, this is my wife and son. I want to retire when this operation is finally over. You know, I missed all his childhood. I'm afraid to miss everything else.
At least you have them.
I have them, but I don't have them. Not with this life. Anyway, let's get started.
That sounds nice, Vincent. Retirement, I mean. We'll get you there. Vincent, does anyone else know what was in Capello's documents?
Well, just me, you, and Wesley.
Good.
Well, why's that? I trust everyone else.
Just caution. Trust has nothing to do with it. See you back at the safe house.
that, Cook? It's been over an hour. I'm the one who's gonna get chewed out if the boss doesn't get his food.
So who is taking the microfilm to Washington?
Pearson will do it.
You're putting the life of the president in that man's hands.
It wasn't my decision. Regardless, we don't know for sure the president is in danger. They can take a look at the microfilm in Washington and decide for themselves.
What do you mean he is dead? Relax. Yeah, it was drastic, but I did what I had to do to get answers. And how was I supposed to know he couldn't take it? Get your damn hands off me. What the hell, Andrew? Vargas was starting to talk. He would have given us all the answers we needed. Starting to talk? He was talking just enough to get us to ease up on him. He was buying time.
Let me know when the boys are finished.
At least we had something to work with. We didn't have shit. It was a mistake to work with him in the first place. You abduct a small-time crook like Vargas for questioning, but you off some high-profile guys like Cataldo. And the playing card. Really? They're on to us. They're going to be operating well below the radar now. This still gives us time. Well, congratulations. You bought us a few more days of waiting at the cost of the entire operation. I'm going to Washington, but you know what? If we can't stop this, if everything fails and the president... You will be personally responsible. I understand Andrew's concern, but sometimes he thinks he only answers to himself. His decisions, his plans, his methods. And if things don't go his way, he thinks it's the end of the world.
What if he's right?
Well, we can't give up. Peggy and Wesley have taped several encrypted calls from Miami. After what Vargas said, we started looking into these camps of his. Right here. 130 miles from Miami. Since the late 40s, there's been a small camp and a military post. There's also an unusual amount of radio chatter for an abandoned site. I'll arrange a plane. Vera can drive you to the airstrip. Godspeed, Semyon.
finds that hard to believe. Name one thing.
Well, for example, the opera.
Opera. Do you really like the opera? Why you've never said anything before?
When would I have mentioned such a thing? Oh, hello. I am Colonel Semyon Strogov. I like the opera.
I can't see it at all. The opera? So, what you know from the opera?
Parsifal, the Rheingold, Valkyrie. Have you heard of them?
All German operas. So that's what you did over there. I thought you fought.
Oh, if only I wasn't fighting all the time.
I have misjudged you, Semyon. I've never been to the opera.
So let's go. After all of this.
Is that an order, Colonel?
An invitation, Lieutenant.
In that case, I accept.
All right.
This is a restricted area.
Huh?
You bastard! Wait, that's restricted. Huh?
What if Pearson was right? Have we been making all the wrong moves? We've halted their recruitment. Mafia families are in disarray. We've handicapped their mercenary camps. If they had the opportunity to launch an attack on a military base or a major city, the country would have gone into a frenzy. Everyone would be consumed by the Red Scare and call for some kind of retaliation. But we stopped them. Still, we know nothing. We're still in the dark about so many things. Who was behind all this? What kind of signal was Vargas talking about? What are we not seeing in our investigation? And why hasn't Barbara picked up the phone? Did she go to her mother's? No. She would have called. Where is Pearson? Where is Peggy, Henry, and the others? It's not like them to be late.
The transmitters installed on the ships have led us off the coast of Cuba. Vera has agreed to rendezvous with me there. We couldn't afford to lose any time regrouping in New York. She should have arrived ahead of me, but she hasn't checked in. I fear the worst, but I still have a job to do.
Hold it. This is a restricted area.
One more thing. Cipher officer shall arrive with the machine. Let him in. I made myself clear.
Huh? Huh?
Who's watching the Russian woman?
Carlos.
Carlos? He almost killed her last time.
Vera.
Semyon. I was taken from the plane as soon as I arrived. They knew I was coming. They knew everything. There's no way anyone could have known so quickly. Someone from the inside leaked the information. Someone we all trusted. I realized then that all of our shortcomings were not just a coincidence. Vargas' death during the interrogation was no accident. You know who did this. Promise me you'll retire when you return to Moscow.
Vera.
I was looking forward to all of this being over. We'd stay a few days, visit Central Park one more time, maybe find an opera.
We can, and we will. I'll get you out of here, and we can stay in New York as long as you want.
You don't need to say anything. Please. Goodbye, Colonel.
I wanted to fly back with her, but the mission could not wait. I could not let harm come to anyone else. I found plans for a sabotage mission while at the camps. They're targeting an aircraft carrier located off the coast of Cuba. It's all coming together. That's why the camps are out here. Still, an aircraft carrier is no easy target. I'm almost certain the captain is involved in some way. It was too risky to communicate with Rambaldi, and I only had hours to act. I decided to move in independently.
do not belong here.
Huh?
November 22nd, 1963. 3:28 p.m. End of record. Vincent Rambaldi, employee number 1017. I don't have much in terms of tangible evidence, but I am absolutely confident that within my team, there was someone who delivered information to the conspirators. A traitor to the United States. Sent in manila envelopes on 6 different occasions. I can confirm the accuracy of the information. My testimony will help confirm the accuracy of each operative's alibi when questioned by Internal Affairs. President Kennedy was shot today. An hour later, my family was murdered. I have nothing left, no future to live for. Those who shook my hands and swore on the Constitution to defend our country betrayed us all. Agent Alekhine, or should I say Semyon Strogov, veteran of the Second World War, a member of the KGB of the USSR, and now the most wanted man in America. You see, the president was assassinated today, and an aircraft carrier off the coast of Cuba was attacked likely by a Russian sub. Now, I haven't received word of the attack yet, but it's only a matter of time. And now a Soviet spy is arrested right outside the CIA safe house where all of the agents have been systematically killed. The public will have no doubt who's to blame for this. No one will hesitate to accuse the Russians, and you, their agent. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Lee Harvey Oswald has confessed sympathy for the Soviet Union so openly. I found Lee 2 days after you removed Cataldo. We had to act quickly. Kennedy's assassination would signal the beginning of a main phase of the operation. His assassination almost didn't happen, of course. But then you handed the evidence to me. I must say, not very cautious of you, Agent Alekhine. Nothing to say? Well, you do have the right to remain silent. And whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And I made sure your story won't match with this. Rambaldi's men are dead, and your name doesn't appear in any of these documents. There's nothing to confirm your version of the events. You'll stay here till Monday. Then you'll be transferred to the CIA. I'm sure they can't wait to meet the spy who murdered their friends. I don't even want to imagine the kind of hell they're going to put you through. Farewell, comrade. You won't be missed.
This isn't over yet.
Alright. Enjoy your new home, Kami.
Down in the subway tunnels? Here? Is it possible? Yeah, through the basement. I thought you knew.
You bastard!
All right.
I don't care. Find out who left the box here.
All right, come on. Sign on the X.
Line, there's a note on the door.
Can't let you through.
There's some construction work happening on the third floor. Snyder was no good. Maybe someone took it.
Are you okay?
You all right?
That's not funny anymore. Get up. Alright, it's not funny anymore. Get up.
Did you torture Vera?
Please. I've never even been to Cuba. I just gave the orders.
It might as well have been you.
You're right. And I would have enjoyed it. You know, I never warmed up to cooperating with you and your country.
That's a pity. That's a long time to be bitter.
Cooperating with communists is a disgrace. You know, Vincent was a nice guy, but he's an idealist. He believed this Cold War was beginning to thaw, and a peaceful resolution would change everything. It won't, comrade. Peace between Russia and the US is impossible. Any attempt at diplomacy only serves to delay the inevitable. Now it's time to move forward. No more negotiations, no more gridlock under Kennedy, no more playing nice with Khrushchev. It's time to end this.
Who are you working for?
Give it up. You've already lost. I've had this since Austria. I've always been told this model was crap. It's never misfired before. Good time to start.
Who are you working for?
Someone in the Department of Defense.
Who?
Someone this country needs. A true leader and visionary. Someone who has the courage to do what our president was afraid to do. Someone who isn't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. I was looking for such a man ever since I joined the CIA. It's almost ironic that he could turn out to be a German.
German? What's his location?
You know, I received a telegram from him. He's called a meeting. All the information is in my car in front of the station. And guess what? You'll be shot on sight. I won't even need to tip them off like I did with Vera. I just wish I could be there to see it. So how was it when you saw Vera, by the way?
Do you have anything else useful to say?
That's all. Now stop stalling and do it, you damn commie!
This is a restricted area.
You do not belong here.
Wir betreten feuertrunken himmlische dein Heiligtum. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode sprengt.
So, there's no sneaking up on you, I see. Then again, I'm not a trained field agent like you. So there was no explosion, no ship has sunk. Nothing for the newspapers to write about. Do I have you to thank for that?
Don't worry. The papers will write about you.
Don't do anything stupid. So, you are the notorious agent Alekhine. You're brave coming here alone. You probably think you're saving millions of lives, don't you? From what, I wonder? Do you even know? I served Germany for a long time, but was never a Nazi.
Let me guess. You were merely a victim while in Berlin, experimenting and torturing people, am I right?
That was you. So it turns out we know each other a lot longer than I thought. You know, I had nothing against the Jews, all that nonsense about superior races and Aryan pride. There were a lot of bloodthirsty people out there, but I had no taste for it. I loved not the Führer, nor the 1,000-year Reich, not even Germany itself. I loved the kind of peace that would come only after war. We had a vision for the future. We would win, Europe would be burned down, but then rebuilt again. More glorious than before. Sometimes we need war to drive the world forward. Yes, millions would die, and recovery would take decades, but it would be worth it. Can you understand this? Fool! When Germany fell to the Allied forces, I felt an indescribable hopelessness, like when sacred Rome was ransacked by the barbarians. With Germany, the future greatness of the New World died before my eyes. But then, opportunity came with surrender. I surrendered to the Allies, not because I wanted to survive, but because I wanted the future to survive in here. I had a chance to be at the heart of a new and great force in the world. The Americans saw me as a valuable tool and took me deep into their power structure. The vision of the future took root once again. It lives on.
No. Your vision may have survived Germany, but it dies with you today.
I beg to differ.
You bastard! You do not belong here.
Huh? This is a restricted area.
schon so viele.
For years, a think tank of scientists and Nobel laureates had published an image of a clock to symbolize how close we were to global catastrophe. How close the time was to midnight symbolized how close we were to nuclear war. In 1963, before Kennedy's assassination, before everything we just went through, the clock was at 11:48. If the clock shifted with every event, we actually would have been seconds away from midnight before the world was safe again. Many will never know how close we actually came. After Fitchner's death, there was enough evidence, along with what Rambaldi's team had uncovered, to dismantle the conspirators' network. Any small-time recruits that got away completely went dark. There was a range of processes, however, that were not mentioned by anyone. There were hearings held behind closed doors involving the assassination. The official version presented Lee Harvey Oswald as the ideological lone gunman. No evidence of conspiracy has been identified. After Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson took office, who took a course of action to reduce international tension. I don't know for how long this peace will last. I want to believe that history is more than retelling of past events. History must be a teacher. Looking back, I can see that catastrophe was not thwarted simply because we were in the right place at the right time, or simply because we were clever enough, but because through the darkest and most trying times, there were those who remained loyal and true, giving all of us hope in the midst of evil, and for the future ahead of us.